It's a vacation for a mom. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I am Patrice, a busy working mom, likes to take trips by myself, solo trips, also known as Momcations. I actually haven't laid out what a Momcation is. So if you really aren't sure of what that is, this video is for you. So a Momcation is exactly what it sounds like. It's a vacation for a mom. They are solo trips. The whole point of a Momcation is so that you can focus on yourself. You don't have to take care of anybody else. You don't have to factor in the needs of anybody else. You literally disappear from all of your responsibilities, be it work, be it family, your partnership, and you just take time to focus on you, because once you become a mom, your life becomes about that other human. And that's what people tell us. Like, as soon as we get pregnant, I feel like the first thing people say to you is, now you know it's about to be all about your child. It ain't all about you no more. And I get it, y'all. I got 3 kids, but you still matter. And Momcations are those beautiful moments of time where you are the only person that matters. I actually didn't take my first true Momcation until I had my 3rd child. That's when I knew I needed to have that trip to myself. And it wasn't a Momcation then. Like, I didn't go into it, I'm gonna take this time, I'm gonna have a trip to myself, I'm gonna get away. It was literally, I have been raising 3 kids and I feel like I'm about to lose my mind.
I'm cranky, I'm tired, I worked hard at school. Okay?
Alright, so what? You don't want me to mess with you tonight?
No, I'm cranky, I'm tired.
My 3rd child was premature, in the NICU, and before he was even born, I was on bed rest. So that whole pregnancy was just an experience in itself. And then I had this little human. It just took a whole different mindset, a whole different physical toll on my body. And when I was able to get away, I got away. So my first official Momcation trip was in April of 2019. Our 3rd child was born in January of 2019, and it was right after Nipsey Hussle passed away. And so my spirit was just telling me that I needed to go to LA. So I spent, I think, maybe 3 days, 4 nights there. I got a hotel and I was by myself. And I do have a best friend that lives in LA, but I don't think we spent any time together that trip. I was totally solo. It wasn't hot, so I wasn't able to do the pool. But like, I remember one day just staying in my hotel the whole time. Because my baby was so young, I was definitely still nursing. I remember having engorged breasts and having to pump and dump and all the things. But I didn't care, because I was able to get away and do the things I wanted to do. And I had been to LA before, but I had never experienced it by myself, doing only the things that I wanted to do. And you gotta remember, after having a baby, again, I was at baby number 3, my world and what I wanted to do no longer mattered. You might not know what a Momcation is. Of course, a Momcation is exactly what it sounds like. It's a vacation for a mother. Could you take a dadcation? Absolutely, but I'm a mom, so I can only talk about Momcations. And when I took my first Momcation back in April of 2019, I didn't have a name for it. But when I realized that this is what I was doing, I totally owned it. So the first thing is that a Momcation trip is just for you. You can't go with other people. You can't plan it with other people. You literally have to consider where you want to be. And it could be local, it could be a close vacation too. And you have to put thought around what you want to do, what you want to see, what you want to experience while you're there. You are not factoring in anybody else. A Momcation is also not a vacation. A Momcation is also not a vacation. So let's say you're a single mom and you decide that you don't have the kids one weekend and you gonna travel somewhere else. You just linking up with your boo. Not a Momcation. You also can't take your partner with you on the trip, because when you go on trips with your boo, at some point, you are going to have to factor in what they want. That might be the restaurant they want to go to, them wanting to sleep in, and you wanting to get up early. That's absolutely going to be you needing to physically have some interaction with them, which is totally fine. I'm not doubting it. But when you go on a vacation, you are working with somebody to make the trip happen, and you guys are interacting. And at some point, you're gonna have to factor in that other person. Momcation is not like that. You don't have to factor in anybody. You're not physical and giving yourself physically to anybody. You're not deciding or asking someone where they wanna eat. You're not having to make reservations for 2. You only gotta think about 1 person. Another thing, a Momcation is not a girls trip. I love me a good girls trip, but a Momcation is not a girls trip, even if your girls are moms. Again, because when you go away with other people, at some point in the trip, you have to factor in what that other person or what those other people want. And it might be great things that they want to do that you want to do too. But the beauty of being on a momcation is you only think about yourself. You only do what you want to do. You only eat what you want to eat. You only go where you want to go. You only talk to the people you want to talk to. You might not do any of that. You might want to stay in your room the entire time and order room service and have a masseuse come to your room. Cool. You could do whatever you want to do. And so when you go on a girls trip, however, you have other factors, people you got to think about. Y'all might want to drink. Y'all might want to drink. Y'all might want to stay up. Y'all might want to work out. You got to think about other things. Another thing that's not a momcation is a trip with your own mother. Aside from, again, having to factor in another person, sometimes things can get a little tricky when you're traveling with your mother. I know, because I travel with my mom and I love traveling with my mom. My mom is so easygoing. When we travel together, but let's say we're part of another like larger group, we give each other the eye like, okay, time to go. Time to do our thing. She raised me. She trained me to do the things that she does when it comes to like cleaning up the hotel room and cleaning up after yourself and not leaving a mess in the bathroom. Like my mom taught me to be like that type of person. So when we travel together, it's easy. Staying in the same hotel room, all of that stuff. However, when you travel with your parents, it's still kind of like that parent figure. I can be around my mom and I can drink and I can have fun and I can do what I want to do. But there's always this level of, that's my mom. Of course, I got to respect my mom, but also when I travel with my mom, I feel like I also kind of got to look out for her too. I'm the younger adult, so I'm like a little more hip to things. So there's just like this added, I don't want to say pressure, but this different level of care that comes when you're traveling with your parent or someone that's older, someone that you like have this utmost respect for. That just doesn't exist when you are traveling with your homegirls or the love of your life. Or even your kids, right? When you travel with your kids, you're telling them what to do. You are directing the situation and they're following suit. Obviously, you have to look after them because they're little humans, but it's just a little different than when you're traveling with someone that's older and might need a little more time. They might want to go to bed at 7, whereas you trying to be up until 7 in the morning. I don't be up till 7 in the morning anymore. When you're thinking about a momcation, it is just you by yourself doing the things that you want to do because we don't get those opportunities. My day, wake up, get the kids ready, get them prepared, get them out the door. But while I'm getting them out the door, I'm making sure they have breakfast. I'm making sure they have lunch. I'm making sure that they can be as peaceful as they can so they can go into their own day feeling good. And they have their own personalities. They sometimes wake up on the bad side of the bed, but my job is to try to cultivate the best experience for them when they leave this house. And then I come back, go to the gym, which is that block of time that is just for me. I got other people around. I got to listen to my trainer. I got to do what he tells me to do. Even though it's for me, it's still factoring in the other people. Mind you, while I'm at the gym, I am still working. I get home, get myself prepared and turn on my computer and I work. And I have people that report to me. I'm locking into what I have to do for my job. I'm locking into who I also have to report to. I'm making sure our department is doing what it needs to do. Working a full-time job is demanding. I don't care if you work from your living room in your home office or if you go out to a job. It's hard work. And then that shuts down. And what do I have to do next? What do you have to do next as a busy working mom? You got to go get your kids. And then it continues. You got to make dinner. You get them ready for bed. You maybe have a little time to pour into you, but really it's just let's go to bed and let's start it all over again tomorrow. That is my life most of the time. So when I have these pockets of 2 days, 4 days, maybe even a week if I'm feeling froggy, I am so adamant about locking into me. Do I still answer my phone and my texts? Absolutely. But the beauty of being away and being on these momcation trips is that if anybody comes to you with some BS, you can't really do nothing because you ain't there. Put that phone on do not disturb and just be like, yeah, I'll handle that when I get home. And I think it just makes your entire motherhood experience so much more enjoyable when you know that you're able to feed yourself. You have blocked the time to go somewhere that you've never been or go somewhere that you've been but that you love and really experience it without having to think about if somebody else's experience is going to be as great as yours. And now that I have laid out to you what a momcation is, solo travel for a mother, You can do it locally or you can do it away. I've been as far as Bali, which we'll talk about in another video. But I've laid the foundation, and so now we should all be clear on what a momcation is. I can't wait to use this channel to show you how I do momcations, to talk to other moms and find out how they do momcations. Quiet as it's kept, I have inspired some fellas and dads to take their own dadcations, which maybe we'll talk about that some on the channel too. I want to hear about what you want to know about. I want to hear your questions. I want to hear your experiences. I want to know about the places where you travel to, what's safe, where is it not safe, where is it walkable, who has the best food. Tell me all of those in the comments of this video and any of the other videos. And if there are just some places that you want to learn more about, and if I've been there, I want to share that with you too. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Share this with somebody. That's all I ask. It doesn't cost you any money, just a little bit of your time. I am amped about this channel, about this content, but more so about you pouring into yourself and making yourself a priority. See you in the next video. Bye.